Hello, hello, hello. It's 8 o'clock. Welcome, everybody. I forgot to change my background, but that's okay. Oh, hope everybody's having a good night. I figured I would do something kitchen hacks or whatever they call them. Came across this one website, had some good stuff in there. A lot of stuff I already knew, but you never know. It might be helpful. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, forgot to put my phone off. I actually have my phone on me, which is weird. Usually I can't find it. Oh, not too bad. Not too bad. Got more frost last night. Still haven't turned the heat on yet, so we're good. Hey, Dana B. Oh, my watch is going off now over here. I was sitting there. Why is he going crazy? Was sitting there wearing my watch and wanted to see what time it was, and it was dead. I don't know how long it's been dead. That's how well I'm with technology. Unless I'm sitting right here on the computer, I try to stay away from it. But I figure I'll go ahead and where they go and change this around again? They keep changing this thing on me. Get this. We'll be ready to share. Delaware. Yeah, I was watching this documentary. Well, it was kind of a informational documentary, I guess you would call it. And we're talking about the least prepared states, as in case of invasions or something like that. Rhode Island was the worst. It's so tiny. Who would want to invade Rhode Island? And once you have it, what are you going to do with it? You know. But yeah, that was one of them. There's a couple other really small states that was in that too. Guesses which one's the hardest state to invade? In ranking, they had like 25, and Rhode Island was the worst, and Texas was the hardest. Would be the hardest state to invade. I think California was actually 4, just because it has so much military there. Alaska was up there too, but it was just because of the weather and how to get around and stuff. But yeah, they said that with the Texas has the highest military presence, plus everybody and their brother owns stuff in Texas. I think Florida was like about 10, around 9 or 10, because of the swamps and stuff and the temperatures and stuff. But let me go ahead and pop this up here real quick. That'll work. Let me bring it over here. Make sure it's still on there. Good. And these are the 57 kitchen hacks. Now, if you've never heard of one of these hacks, speak up and say something. But I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard of all these. Peeling garlic in the microwave. The microwave never fails to make our lives identifiably easier. Peeling garlic is no exception. If you cut the tops off a few garlic cloves and microwave them for 20 to 30 seconds, the skin will pop right off. Yeah, most time, unless I'm going to do a whole bunch, if I was going to do a whole bunch of garlic, what I usually do, I usually break the cloves off and I'll put them in a mason jar and just shake the crap out of it. And then all the peelings come right off. Number 2 of 57. Stop ice cream from melting with bubble wrap. Seems like a lot of work. Just eat the ice cream and you don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's not that much ice cream. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I just eat it. Unless you're a very slow ice cream eater, those that can't eat ice cream very fast because they get brain freeze or toothaches or something. I don't know. I just eat it. Number 3, I've seen this before. Pit cherries with chopsticks in a small bottle. Come on. Brutus wants to say hi. Say hi, Brutus. Bring it on that ice cream. Oh, anyway, it comes. Put it in the dish, yeah. I mean, and then you put the rest in the refrigerator, in the freezer, so it doesn't. I don't know. I thought it was an odd one, but I've seen this one right here before. And now this is not for eating them. This is for, if you're going to cook them or something like that, and you need a batch of them. Can you see that one in action? Well, that's about as far as you get. And this lady looks like she's using a straw instead of a chopstick. I've seen the chopsticks, you just put the cherry on top of there and where the stem comes out, you just push on it and the pit comes out. Corn on cobs, I've done this in a microwave. Usually you cut the ends off of them, the bottoms, and then you put them in the microwave. And then once it warms up, you take it and you squish the other end. It pops out without any of the silk on it or anything. Chopsticks are your favorite tool. Hey there, good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, it does work. I mean, a lot of times I've cooked corn in the microwave. I don't like it so much because you get them dry pieces and stuff. The one way I like cooking corn is I'll get, like, if I'm having a cookout or something, I'll get a cooler and I'll fill it with water and I'll put the corn in there with the husk and everything, and then make sure it's submerged under the water and let it sit there for 3-4 hours at least, and then put it on a grill. Oh, some of the best corn you'll ever eat because it cooks it in that corn stock with the silk and everything. Good stuff. Marshmallows. Keep brown sugar soft with marshmallows. I've seen people put bread in their brown sugar, but bread does go bad. I wonder how long marshmallows would last in a. I usually don't have too much trouble with brown sugar. I just make sure I get all the air out of the bag. I put it if I open a bag, then I put it in a Ziploc bag and then get all the air out of it. Now I've done this. Well, no, I thought this was something else. The wrappers from bacon, or not bacon, from butter. I'll put those if I'm going to be doing a lot of baking and stuff. I'll put those in a Ziploc bag, and then use those to wipe like the cupcakes or a bread pan because there's so much butter on those wrappers. You can grease a pan down pretty good, and you don't have to waste butter for it, so that's always good. But this one I think is use butter wrappers to prevent microwave splatter. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be too bad, but I wouldn't want the whatever that's made out of in my food, even though it's wrapped in it. So I guess it doesn't matter. Paper towel, that's what I do. If not, you get the splatters on top of the microwave. Chill wine in salt water. I guess it come up in a pinch maybe because the salt makes it colder. But sticking it in the refrigerator does the same thing. So you've heard of that? Well, them cookies look good. Soften cookies with sliced bread. I guess that wouldn't be too bad of a day. Cookies and muffins will keep their day one softness. I've never tried that. Usually cookies don't last that long. I made those strawberry. Was it strawberry or raspberry? One of there. I can't. It was some kind of berry. Oh, blueberry. Yeah, blueberry muffins or blueberry cheesecake muffins. They were gone in a day. So if it's something like that, they don't usually last too long. Yeah, that's why I was wondering because especially nowadays bread, and I don't do the white bread you buy in a store. Now I'll bake my own white bread, but I don't buy it because it's first of all you can't find any hardly that isn't bioengineered ingredients in it, and it's like it's real doughy. You squish it and it doesn't pop back. Number 9, simmer tomato sauce with a carrot. It'll take away the acidity. Well, see that you when making stew and stuff like that, you put carrots in there. I do know another trick is if for some odd reason and you put too much salt in there, if it's too salty, you peel a potato and you put it in there and the potato will absorb the salt. Number 10, dice eggs with a cooling rack. I don't know. I'd rather chop it up with a knife because I don't want to clean a cleaning rack because they're a pain in the butt. Got to scrub in between all the little cracks. Yeah, see, that's just an extra step when I could already done it. By the time I find a cooling rack out of all my mess of pots, I'd had it done chopped up. I've got one of those things where you just put it down and it, oops, sorry, cat, and it, you squish it and it cuts it up. That I never hardly use because I just use a knife and chop it up. Why was that held for review? What's that? 11. Organize snacks with cupcake liners. Yep. I've seen that before. Oh, probably about the emojis, probably. That's weird. Cube butter to soften it faster. So does a microwave. So does just leaving it out. And it says, cut butter into cubes and let it set on the counter for about 20 minutes. Sitting it out on a counter for 20 minutes is going to make it soft anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, I had somebody ask me about that chicken I made. Ask me where do I get chicken that's cut that's in those cubes, or not? Where do I get butter that's cut in cubes? And I said, I just got a stick of butter and cut it in cubes. It may come in cubes. I don't know. All I know is I get it in sticks and cut it in cubes when I do that. Hey, Vester, good to see you. Extend the life of herbs with water. Yeah, that's a given. I think everybody knows that one. I haven't seen the bag over them though. All I seen put them in water, even putting them by the windowsill keeps them alive a lot longer. And sometimes they grow a little bit. Let's see. In place with sheet pans. That still looks like a lot of cleanup to me. I guess that's something I have to get used to, having everything right there instead. People don't like watching you chop things up for some reason. I don't know. Or stirring from that matter. Why do we have to watch you stir for 2 minutes? And I'm like, I'm talking about it, you know? I'm just not stirring and there's nothing going on. I'm talking about it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. That'd be the only, because I'll chop stuff up and I'll leave it all on the cutting board. and just move it over to the side or something. But I get where it is for cooking videos and stuff. Everybody wants it boom, boom, boom. But it's YouTube, and you have to have your videos at least, 8 minutes long before they even count out those. What do we got here? Craft do-it-yourself mason jar shakers. The only problem with the powdered Parmesan cheese that you get, it's very hard to get a good, that it's just what it says it is. I've got some before, and I've had a hard time finding it that doesn't have the silicone in it or the starches and all that other stuff, instead just cheese. But yes, I've kept the lids off a few things and seen if it would fit a mason jar, because that's the perfect container, a mason jar. Since I have so many of them. Actually, I might have to call them up and run up there and get some more. What do we got here? I'll cut steak fries with an apple slicer. I guess, but the only problem is you get this big round French fry from the core. So you either fry that big round core out up with the rest of the fries, or you have to sit there and use a knife to chop that up at least in half so it matches the other fries. What is this? Freeze a soup starter in reusable bags. If I'm going to do that, I don't know. I'd probably end up just pressure canning it. Unless I had the extra space in a freezer. Well, I guarantee you, if I make a video of making French fries and use an apple thing, there'll be somebody complaining that I have one round French fry in the whole batch. I guarantee there'll be somebody complain about it. Me, I don't care. It's just a bigger French fry. And I don't know if this would be a hack or not. That'd be something you'd be preparing for and stuff. I don't know. That's a special one. Yeah. Whoever gets the round one got to do the dishes. What do they call them? A lazy Susans? Yeah, right there it is. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of these and putting stuff that I use a lot, like salt and garlic and all that stuff. But this would be good for like little snack things, making decorated cookies and stuff like that. The kids would love that. Proof bread in the oven. Yeah, especially in the wintertime, you just turn the light on in the oven and it helps it rise better. And again, I'm sure everybody knows that one. Yeah. Oh, I know what this one. Freeze sauce cubes in egg cartons. Well, it did say pesto, and I kind of do the pesto thing, but it's some herbs that I'll grind up into a something like that. It's more to a sauce, and I'll put it in the egg cartons, or not egg cartons, but ice trays, and freeze it. And then I'll put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the and keep it in the freezer. Then ever I need this for whatever reason, or just if I'm making soup and I need the extra stuff in the soup, plop a couple ice cubes in there and it does a good job. Use a damp dish towel to keep bowls from well, I think again that's a given. Everybody knows that one. That's like the older wooden cutting boards, sometimes if they get wet or they set in water or something, they'll get a little unevenness. You just lay a towel down, then put your cutting board and it doesn't wobble as much. But I've got this huge bamboo one that hasn't warped or anything yet, so I'm glad about that. 22. Make frozen rolls taste homemade with egg wash. And I tend to disagree with that one. Just because you wipe some egg wash on there doesn't make the freezer biscuits taste like homemade. Yeah, I don't. It may help, but it's not going to make them taste homemade. Homemade is homemade. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, coleslaw sounds good too. You know, I find it odd that on carnivore, one of the things that I crave the most when I'm on the carnivore diet is salad. Of all things, salad. You would think it would be like candy or sweets or something like that. I get the sweet tooth every once in a while, but I just it's not as much as a salad, you know. Because last time when I did the 30-day challenge for the carnivore thing, day 31 went to a salad bar and didn't eat as much as I thought I was going to eat. Okay, lower eggs temperature to room temperature in warm water. Well, yeah. I've done that a couple times, but not very much. Usually if I know I'm going to do something, I'll leave a couple eggs out, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows this one. Label jars with rubber bands. Yeah, if you have the rubber bands. I've seen this done a lot. I've never done it. Usually, I'll put them, like if I put a mason jar in the fridge, like I just opened it or something, usually I'll scratch out the date that when I made it, and then I'll put the date whenever I put it in the refrigerator. Oh, you got the rubber bands. I don't have rubber bands. If I'd get some, I'd probably have them now, because when you have kids around the house and they find rubber bands, you won't have them very long, or you'll find them when you're using a vacuum cleaner or something. I think yeah. And this is the healthy peanut butter. This is not the ones that's full of preservatives and stuff. And it's not all peanut butter. So, oh, there it is. Natural peanut butter. Yeah. Because the oil rises. Yeah. And you keep all that oil up there. And when you flip back over, you hurry up and get the peanut butter out and flip back over. It does last longer. Prep your cheese grater with cooking spray. Yeah. Or butter. I've done the butter thing. Or the butter wrapper. You rub the butter wrapper on the cheese grater. I've got the cranky one that you put the cheese in and you crank it and it spits the cheese out one end. If I didn't have a dishwasher, I wouldn't use it. Well, your cheese doesn't stick to the grater, I guess. But depending on the grater too. I don't know what kind of grater this is, so I don't know if it's a good one, but you can get like say you got a ceramic coffee cup. I don't have a coffee. Well, I do have a coffee cup. But this one I wouldn't use. And this one's my gaming one. But you take your cheese grater and act like you're rubbing cheese on it. You take the coffee cup. If it's ceramic, if it's got a ceramic gritty feel to it, and you rub it back and forth on the cheese grater, it will sharpen your cheese grater to where it won't stick as much either. But again, I don't know. I don't think it would work on these newer ones. The older ones, it did, because I've seen some old timers do that before. I thought they were nuts at the time, but until I found out what they were doing. Use your ironing board as a cooling rack. I guess if you're baking a lot of stuff, I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. How many people has ironing boards? I don't have any anymore. I don't even have anything I would iron. Grace, do you have an iron board? Hey, Tammy, how's it going? Good to see you. You lost yours. I'm kind of curious, though. I wonder, huh? I wonder if you go to the store and you can buy an ironing board anymore. Here, let's go to. I'm gonna check real quick. Walmart. Come on. Ironing board. Let's see. They do sell ironing boards still. They're little table jobs, though. Oh, there's some stand-up ones. Holy crap. $91, $59. Woo-wee. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Crazy. I sent you a link, I do believe. But I mean, if you were baking a lot of stuff, that's a good idea, you know. Because I've got the cooling racks that that kind of stick up off the counter about yay big, and two of them fit in a normal size cookie sheet. Yeah. Lift hot dishes with canning tongs or tongs. Sorry. I guess that would work. I keep my canning stuff in a little tub by itself, though. I don't mix it with the other silverware. That way it doesn't come up missing. Yeah, the cooling racks, oh, you can tell the difference. Like if you're making cookies, because if you leave that cookie on that cookie sheet, it'll actually keep on cooking. Yeah, especially if you have dogs and little ones. I could see that happening. Yeah, that's kind of like the cooling rack I've got right there. I've got 4 of them, but I don't keep them on my counter or anything. I keep them, hardly use them. Every once in a while I use them up. Lift hot dishes. Oh, okay. Use your stand mixer to knead dough. Well, doesn't everybody do that? I mean, if you don't have one, you have to knead it by hand. But my stand-up mixer came with the dough hook. So that's kind of odd one, because usually if somebody's making bread that makes bread a lot, they usually have a stand-up mixer, unless they're talking about a different type. Add crushed ice to appetizer bowls when serving. Okay. I guess that's kind of a common sense thing, or I guess, I don't know. I don't have tea parties or snack parties or whatever they're called. So I do, like, I've got this Tupperware dish that has, like, I think it has 8 or 9 trays in it, and one in the middle for dipping sauce or ranch. And I use that I used to, when we used to watch football and stuff. Football time. Oh, we used to make 7 layer dip, and chicken nuggets and hot wings, all kinds of stuff. The kids used to, and there was only a couple of us who would watch football, but everybody else would come down and start munching on the food. Finger food is the best. You would think it'd be less dishes, but I always had it for football game day. It was a lot of mess afterwards cleaning up. Well, there's Crazy. Hey there, Crazy.
Hey.
How's it going?
Took me a minute. My laptop was cold. I'll show you my ironing board in my house.
Oh, you got one that's mounted to the wall?
It's in the wall, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've seen those before. I had I was working in a place where I had to remodel, and I was telling that's where they kept the kids when they're being bad.
All right, let me see.
But they didn't like that. I said, what we do? You just lay the kid down on there, and then you push it up into the wall, and they have to stay there.
Can you see it?
Oh, come on, thing. There you go. Oh, that's a full one too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is for like,
Pant legs.
yeah, pant legs or sleeves.
Yeah.
It does that.
When's the last time you used it?
Probably on a Sunday morning to help everybody get ready for church. You know, I was probably like 10 years old. You know? Sorry,
Yeah. That was like a modern day kitchen too back in the day.
Yeah, because the washer and dryer usually goes right here. And the rest was in there.
Yeah. That's cool. There we go. Store picnic essentials in the cooler. Yeah, but where are you going to put your pop and the beer at?
That means you're going to have to get a stackable cooler.
Yeah, you have to have two coolers, one for the drinks and the lunch meat, and one for all your junk. I don't know. I have extra backpacks. If I wanted to carry all that stuff, I'd put it in a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
That way I could carry the cooler and the backpack at the same time. Yeah, but who wants to carry two coolers to the, which I've done because I have 5 kids, so it's a lot of food and drinks to bring with you.
Let me turn down my phone because every time I move, knowing that my cameras are going to go off. Bing bong. Bing bong.
Make with whipped cream with an immersion. Yeah. Doesn't everybody do that nowadays? That's like a given. I do that with egg whites too. Instead of a bowl or something, I'll do it right there in a mason jar. Just to get that.
Hey, everybody.
Zzz, 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 zzz.
Yep. I can't see anything tonight. My eyes are all been looking at computer screens, and when I'm at work, I'm got a computer screen at me all day.
Yeah. You get some these glasses. They're keeps the blue out because the blue is what does it.
Yeah, I have to get new glasses anyway. I'm coming up for a checkup soon anyway, and I'm going to ask for the blue light special. Get out of here.
I see you still have the puppy dog.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to talk to you more about that later. Not on here. Definitely not on here.
Can you guys hear that?
What? I only hear the dog. Tobias, go lay down somewhere.
It might be my gain's too high, so it cuts out background noises. But I've got a helicopter over my house right now.
Oh goodness.
Just hovering.
Yep. So they're at tree line.
I'm on my cooking channel, so chill out, guys.
Well, I had one. We had a couple when I was at a friend's house. We had 3 of them over us at tree line because they look for active bad people.
Oh, I remember you used to look for. This is a while before they cared about it. Look for farms in the woods.
Yeah, certain farms. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is for
Um,
active people, and that when they're actively found them, they
oh,
hover. Yeah.
yeah.
There was like 3 of them over us one day, and I'm like, the heck? It was at night too, so they were using.
Buy
Awesome.
special cookies for pie crust, graham cracker crust, which I'm sure everybody already does this. This is not new. But back in the day, we used to have to use the roller in a
Yep. Put
Ziploc
it in a
bag
bag or
and push
something.
them
Yep.
down. Now they have a little machine go. Zzz, zzz, zzz.
Yep. Turns it into powder in seconds.
Yeah, we've. Yeah, I won't talk about it, but
Yeah.
there's things in. Never mind. Just know there are things in the sky, and you can tell when they're in range of your area.
Oh,
There's
for
ways to
sure.
tell.
Yep, definitely, for sure. You can.
Oh, cheesecake. Watch what's going to show up here pretty soon. Talk about
I know,
cheesecake.
right?
Warm knives to easily slice desserts. Well, cheesecake, but that's just extra to clean off.
Mm-hmm. Move, Tobias. Oh my God. Go lay down, Tobias.
Jeez. Create extra storage space with hooks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of already I hang my pots, my skillets and cast iron up on a wall.
Yep. Well, that's, you can do like, you don't have to do just cooking utensils. You can get like quick, like small little brooms and stuff that you clean up the kitchen with or something, and do it on the inside of a door, or
Yeah,
a cupboard door or a cabinet door, or
yeah. Hey, chicken noodle girl, good to see you.
chicken noodle. Chicken noodle.
Oh, you're gonna hear helicopters coming over all the time, then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Microwave lemons. Yeah, I've done that. I think. Yeah, you microwave a lemon for about 10 seconds, and you roll it on the counter, and then slice in half and squish it. It gets the juice out a lot easier when it's cold.
Yeah. Room temperature lemons is what you can do. Oh, it stinks because when you come in from a store, then it's kind of chilled anyway, being in the produce
Yeah,
section.
yeah.
So you kind of gotta keep it in a cool, either a cool room about the same temp, close to it at least, or in the fridge. Stinks.
Microwaving everything. Well, you could run it under hot water too. Haul a strawberry. My son will eat the strawberry, the green, and everything.
The whole thing is all good for you.
Yeah.
You're taking
Actually,
away the nutrients.
the top is a lot better than the fruit, but the taste different. Kielbasa sausage, onions, cabbage. Oh man, that sounds good.
Ooh, that is good.
I had sausage. 3 links of sausage, and that was it. I've never done that. If anything, I get a little knife and plop it out.
Yep.
They make a little thing nowadays that you can do that with.
Yeah, it's got, some of them are little scoopers and some of them have little triggers, and it looks like the old scooper, the toy scoopers. You put a quarter in and it would pick up the toy, and you could see if you can get it to win it.
Yeah.
It would have like diggers like that, like fingers, kind of like in it. You pull the trigger and it pops out the green.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What about the? Well, that could be kind of cool though. Whenever you get done, you
Yep.
eat
Right.
the rest of the strawberry, unless it gets
Yep.
stuck in the straw, and then you. Remember, Jeff wasn't feeling good the other day, and I think that's probably what he's probably not feeling like sitting in front of a camera. I think they still got the flu.
I'm just getting over that.
Oh yeah, done this. Add herbs and lemon to butter,
and then roll it in saran.
Yep, I used to like getting them when you could buy the big cloves of garlic in the grocery store, and you cut the top of it off and let it roast in the oven, and then you just squeeze all that goodness out of that, and then you
Right
mix
out
it
of
with
it.
the butter. Oh,
Yep.
garlic butter. Oh yeah. That's some good stuff. Usually do that for holidays type stuff.
Roasted
Cook tender, juicy meatloaf with a beef pork mix. Well, how is this a kitchen hack? That's everybody knows this, don't they? I mean, I've cooked with just ground beef before, but
I usually just do ground beef because it's heavy enough for me anyway. But
yeah,
when I would do meatballs, I would do pork and beef.
yeah.
For Italian meatballs or even Swedish meatballs, you usually use more pork and veal type things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on the fat content in the beef. If you got some beef and it's very lean, then you want some fat in there.
From the pork, yep.
Yeah.
What do you want, Tobias? You just went out, dude. You just went outside, my friend.
Yeah, same. I usually just do the beef. Sometimes it's sausage is cheaper, so mixing them both saves a little money, especially nowadays.
Yep.
I was looking at Walmart at their prices, and their cheapest meatloaf is $7.49 or hamburger.
Hamburger.
Like,
Yep.
holy crap!
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that sounds good. Shred chicken with a stand mix. Yeah, I seen this. They got this little thing that has like little fingers, pokey fingers, and you put the lid on it and you go back and forth and it shreds a chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know. If somebody gave me it, I'd probably use it once and then because that's an extra thing you have to clean. To me, it's
giant forks and
use my fingers and pull it apart. That's good enough to me.
Just take two giant forks. You take two giant forks and you make sure that they're back to back, and you just go.
Bought a $7.49 dozen eggs today. You mean $7.49 for a dozen eggs? What was the four of them? Oh, 4 dozens of them, maybe.
Yeah, 4 dozen. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, to me, I mean, why would I put it in a mixer and then I have to clean the mixer?
Less is best. You can just use 2 forks and then wash them off real quick when you're done.
Yeah. Bake fish in parchment. Yeah, I've done that.
Parchment paper, yep.
Yeah.
You can bake your chicken that way too. You can bake pork chops that way too. Actually, you can steam your pork chops and make them a lot juicier in the parchment paper. It doesn't dry them out because it all stays into it.
We old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forks and fingers, yeah. Sometimes if the chicken's soft enough, all you have to do is push it down, put it in between saran wrap when it cools down just a little bit, or even some wax paper or parchment paper, and just squish it down as you do it. You
With
push
18.
down. Good.
That's the new dozen. 18 is the new dozen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ginger.
Freeze your ginger root.
Why? So it's easier.
I don't know. It pretty much lasts a long time, depending on.
How you store it.
Yeah.
That's why they have on the bottom of the drawers on your fridge, they have little slider things to either let a lot of air in or let not. Even though it's not really accurate, but
Ooh, that sounds good too. Chicken and
not
dumplings.
colder and not colder. What was it? Chicken dumplings?
Yeah. Now, how do you make your dumplings? Do you go to the store and buy one of those containers of biscuits and cut them up? Which some of those are good anyway, but you can tell when somebody makes homemade chicken and dumplings.
Yep, for sure. Because if you get that biscuit mix already in the can tube stuff, it's got that weird taste to it.
Yeah.
No matter how much it cooks.
Yeah, only homemade dumplings.
That's
you
good.
can tell the difference. That's like my wife used to make a big chicken pot pie. Her casserole dish was huge. I mean, I don't know how thick it was, but was pretty good size. And then she'd have all the stuff in the bottom, and she'd pour I think it was Bisquick, the topping.
Right on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she would put something in the Bisquick to make it even better. Butter, I think butter and garlic.
Yep.
Oh man.
Melt the butter and mix it in.
Yeah.
Whisk it right in.
Yeah, Bisquick. Yeah. We made some last week. Oh.
Hey, Life with Bobby.
Drained meatballs, and yeah, that's kind of unless you're on the carnivore diet. If you're on a carnivore diet, you want that fat.
Because that's what you want that's cooking out of it.
Yeah. That's so many people right there in the title, carnivore chili. It's not chili. It doesn't have beans. Carnivore chili.
That's so ridiculous. I always put meat in chili.
Well, that's all you can for carnivore. That's all you can have.
That's all you can have. Yeah.
Yeah. There was a lot of people that got it, and so some people made fun of the person complaining.
I haven't heard from Eric today, I don't think.
I seen him earlier, but
on thing, yeah.
Yeah. Slice herbs with a pizza cutter.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. If I didn't have to use a knife for something else, I would probably do this. But I think a knife it's a lot easier to clean than a pizza cutter. Because you have to go all the way around it.
I mean, I wasn't saying, oh my goodness, like I haven't done that. I've done that. You can do it with certain vegetables, like to make
yeah.
To actually to julienne things like peppers or onions, it's easier to do it that way because you get more of a direct sight. I think if you didn't have a sharp knife, it works just as good.
I've used a pizza cutter for making homemade noodles.
Yes.
Roll it out, and I take the take it and go up there and cut the whole roll.
Yep.
But yeah, usually if I'm like chives, I'll fold it up and then I'll chop it with the knife.
Yep.
45.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Turn wine into a cocktail. Okay. How is this a kitchen hack? A fizzy spritzer cocktail over ice, topped with sparkling water. I guess, but I don't know. I don't get that fancy with drinks. That's extra work. If I'm drinking wine, I just drink the wine instead of making it fritzy, and I might put a few frozen grapes in there or something, but that's about it. 46. Use homemade broth instead of stove bought or store bought. Okay. How, and this is not a kitchen hack though. Yeah, I would rather have homemade any day. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, well, let me go buy some soda water or whatever they was using and make it fritzy. No, just pour it in there and that's good enough for me. As long as it doesn't got no funky taste to it, just a fruity flavor is good for me. Let's see. Decorate cookies before baking. Then fashion the cutter over each cookie and frame, sprinkle with colored sugar, bake as normal. I guess. It depends though. Sometimes how long you're cooking it. If it's a longer cook, the sugar gets brown, even if it's colored. Yeah. Ain't that thing so loud? I don't. Maybe they're talking about the cookies that come in a tube and you slice up. I don't know, because that you don't cook. I don't think you cook those as long as you. I don't know. It might be a thing. Measure ingredients on a digital scale. I already have that for making my sourdough stuff. Who has digital scales at home for cooking? But I use the digital scale for soap making too. So Grace, you don't have a digital scale. I would have thought you would have had a digital scale. Oh, yeah. I used to when I lived in New York, I worked at Grand Union grocery store, and I helped this Italian lady, old Italian lady, take her groceries over to a restaurant that was across the street. And she had me come over for lunch every day, and she was trying to hook me up with her daughter, which I was already with somebody at the time, but she kept taking me over to eat lunch. And it wasn't at the restaurant. It was in the back of the restaurant where the family ate, which was so much better than the food that they cooked for the front. And she used to make her own lasagna noodles. As I went in there when she was doing it, she used a pizza cutter to make them too. And she had the old crank where they ran them through. I thought that was the coolest thing, watching somebody make lasagna noodles. 49 of 57. With apple. Oh, well, I was talking about this earlier. Rescue a salty soup with raw apple or potato. I've never done it with an apple. I've done it with a potato. Potatoes are cheaper than apples most of the time. But I was always told you peel the potato first, though, because you don't want the flavor of the peeling to go into the soup. Yeah, that's the last thing I used my scale on was 3.2 pound tomato. That's the biggest tomato I had out there this year was 3.2 pounds. I had a good amount of tomato sandwiches out of that. Let's see. Cut a bell pepper without waste. Well, I don't waste anything except for the seeds. And I cut them like this and roll it out. Sometimes I'll just cut along the sides and then chop up the top, but I don't waste anything from a bell pepper. But my favorite way is to cut in like this and go like that. That way all the seeds are all together. Juice lemons with a skewer. Want to make juicy a lemon easy peasy lemon squeezy. Try this tip without cutting them. Take a skewer or a knitting needle, chopsticks, or a similar tool of your choice and poke it with a hole or the stem and squeeze it. To me, I don't know. I've got a juicer, so I cut it in half and stick it on there, and it goes, and all the juice goes out. I mean, if I didn't have that, maybe do this, I guess. Like if I'm cooking with a lemon, I cut it in half and I take it in my hand and squish it, and I get all the juice out. But I guess it would make sense to poke a hole in it, but I don't know. I guess I'd have to try it and see if it would work, but to me, that doesn't sound like a good thing. Yeah, I probably should have done that. I should have put a bunch of tomatoes in the freezer. I have so many tomatoes out there on the vine that just went bad. Okay, what do we got? Roast vegetables in a preheated oven. Who doesn't love roast vegetables? But no one likes biting into raw vegetables when expecting to be cooked. Place a veggie-filled sheet pan in the oven while preheating for extremely roasted. I don't know. I don't mind if a pepper is not quite cooked all the way. um, Usually I like the meat and to cook with it, but I don't know. Usually you can tell if you look in there and you see everything cooked, then everything's cooked. You don't put it back in if a couple things are not cooked all the way. Have tomatoes with 2 plates. I've seen people do this before. I don't know. It just seems placing all of your tomatoes in a plate, then getting another plate, putting on top, and then getting in between and doing that bit. I done have them all chopped up because what I usually do is roll them like this with my hand to where I've got a whole length of tomatoes and I chop. Then roll again, chop. Roll again, chop. But I guess it'd be just dependent on the person's knife skills, I guess. If someone didn't feel comfortable cutting a little small tomato, maybe. We got 54 spray measuring cups. Yeah, I've done that with nonstick spray, especially with honey. Honey's a good one. Peanut butter. Yeah, honey and syrup would be, yeah. But you have to watch out for the spray because some of that spray is very bad. I got some coconut oil spray that has been discontinued because all it has in it is coconut oil. It doesn't have anything else. And it's too expensive, evidently, so they discontinued it. Oh, yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Save butter wrappers to grease pans. Yeah, as soon as I'm done with the stick of butter, I've got a Ziploc bag of wrappers in my refrigerator. That was quite a boom. Microplane ginger and garlic. Eh, maybe garlic or not garlic, maybe ginger, but not garlic. Cause I don't know. I think it's called a press. You just put the cloves in there and you squeeze and you're done. It squeezes all the goodies out of there. Most of the time, I don't even bother with that. I usually just use my knife. Because I almost guarantee that thing is a pain in the butt to clean. I was looking for one the other day. I couldn't find it. Oh, here we go. 57. Poke a fork in potatoes for easy peeling. What does the fork do to it, though? Are they talking about poking in there and hold it? This new way, the majority of this stuff I've seen on these kitchen hacks is doubling your dishes for cleaning afterwards. Use another pan for this. Use this. Use that. I don't know. I just hold the potato. If I'm peeling potatoes, I don't want to have a fork that I don't know. I guess it depends on the person. If they hit their knuckles all the time or something, I guess that'd be good. A good thing to have. I don't know. To me, that's just an extra dish to clean. There we go. That's the 57 hacks, kitchen hacks. And I don't know if there's any in there that I would actually maybe I'd use an apple if I didn't have a potato, but I already do that. I don't agree with that. This is not a hack. It's I don't know. If I had some of the spritzer cocktail stuff, maybe, or the sparkling water, which I usually don't like sparkling water, but I'm most of these I already know. I don't know why anybody would do that. I don't. This one puzzles me. I'd have to get my ice trays out so I could do that. Yeah, I don't see anything in here that I would actually do differently. Most of the stuff already know, but some of it, like this one, egg wash on my frozen biscuits or rolls that make them taste like homemade. I doubt that, but yeah, I don't see anything in here. Maybe this for when I'm making videos, put everything on a cookie sheet. My cookie sheets are well used, so they don't look shiny and pretty like that. I use them until they fall apart. The carrot thing was interesting. If you got some high acid tomatoes, maybe that would be good to get the acidity down. Yeah, I'm just going to eat the ice cream. I'm not going to decorate it with bubble wrap so it doesn't melt. The garlic, again, if I'm doing a lot of garlic, I just put them inside of a jar and shake them up, and it peels them. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I'm about to get me some more water. Yeah, some of the cooking shows that show you that have 101 cooking hacks and stuff, some of them you actually do learn.
Sorry,
Yeah, I I used to drink Mad Dog and what is it, Boone's?
Boone's Wine, Night Train.
Yeah, and that's the bottom shelf stuff, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
some
the
of that
bottom of the
Boone
barrel stuff.
uh, wine was pretty good. I think
The
it was a
cheaper the stuff,
watermelon
the
or
more
the apple. No, the apple one wasn't good. I think it was a watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Boone's Farm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the watermelon was pretty good. And oh boy, this I remember getting that for a bottle for $1.99. It's probably $10 now. Here, let's see. Walmart. Let's check Walmart and see what they got for if they even have it. Nope. Well, that's weird.
What?
You go to Walmart, type in Boone's Farm wine bottle. Baby bottles pop up. So evidently they don't have it. Let me get rid of the bottle. Maybe that.
Just look up Boone's Wine if they still make it.
Oh, I know they make. I was seeing if Walmart had it.
Oh, if they carry it, yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Well, it probably depends on where you are. It might, you know.
Oh wow, it's actually 565 now. There's some, and I don't know if this is actual prices either. So some of it's $3.99. Oh, there's the watermelon apple.
For a
They
big
got the
half gallon.
strawberry, Snow
For
Creek,
what? For Mad Dog or Boone's?
Boone's Farm.
Boone's Farm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still a cheap drink.
yeah. Oh, they actually got the. Oh, it's asking me if I'm.
21 and up.
Yeah, I guess you can't even look at the website.
Nope.
Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill is $5.99 plus shipping and handling. It's pretty bad. They actually have a. Oh, they have some expensive stuff evidently. Grey Goose Vodka is the same company, people who make that. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why.
It's been bought out many times.
Strawberry Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I, strawberry was pretty good. I like, I don't know why. I like that, the watermelon. Let's see. Spirits. Man, actually that company,
I need my glasses. I don't even know what the hell my glasses are.
make quite a bit of stuff, don't they?
Oh, I know my phone's down.
Yeah, it looks different than it used to, though.
Yeah, things besides the taste, probably things change.
They actually have a tasting event. Oh,
Ooh.
there's nothing scheduled. Never mind.
Ooh. And I would check off to go to.
Oh, Irish rose wine. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Night Train. Yeah, Irish Rose and Night Train. They were spiced rums. Spiced wines. They were like spicy a little bit. Not like hot spicy, but I don't know what they put in it to make it a spicy rum. I mean, a spicy wine. Do 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 do.
Yeah, I remember used to go into Circle K and get a big gulp, fill it with half Coke or something. The rest,
Yep.
Mad Dog. Yeah, I remember this one Circle K in Tucson, and this was before I hit 21, and
Mm-hmm.
they put the alcohol, the wine, cheap stuff in the back where it was right next to the fountain drinks.
Mm-hmm.
They changed that after a while because they'd go back there and all their bottles were completely empty.
Mm-hmm.
It's because people were going and filling up their big gulps.
Yep. Big
That
mistake.
that time it was like 39 cents for big
Big
gulps.
gulps. Yep.
Yeah. I remember complaining when they went to 59 cents. Oh, this is a ripoff. I can't believe you guys are doing this. Now you can't get it under $2. And they're smaller. Oh yeah. Yep. We used to get the big watermelons, not the round ones, the big oval one.
Mm-hmm.
And you cut a hole in the top and pull the cork out, and then you gradually pour tequila in there and keep pouring it in there until it fills up, and then it'll soak into the rest of the watermelon.
The
You keep
wine and
pouring it in
everything.
there, and then you put the cork back in there and put duct tape on it so it seals it. Put it in the refrigerator for 3-4 days, and then go to your party and slice it up and have a nice treat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of that stuff is pretty good. I mean, you can't even. I mean, you can kind of smell it, and it has like a hint of tequila in there, but it's not like drinking straight tequila.
Right.
Tequila.
I was never a vodka person. I always traded out like
Vodka and I don't mix well.
White Russian. I used to make it with rum instead of vodka.
Yep. That's how I used to do mine too, because with vodka, I start swinging. Not dancing swinging, I swing with my hands.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I don't know what I did with my glasses.
I remember one time had somebody go in and buy some for us, and they said, just get whatever bottles you can find in there. we'll drink it. And this guy comes out and he has 3 bottles. Hold on. One of them was peach snap, peppermint snap,
Gosh.
and old granddad. And let me tell you, first of all, I don't like peppermint, and peach was okay drinking it.
Mm-hmm.
But you combine all 3 of those, and when it comes back up, that's the most horrible thing a person can ever happen to them, because that was just awful. And I learned my lesson of mixing things back then.
Hmm.
Oh, that was horrible. And every one of us barfed that night from mixing those 3 things together.
You want to see what I picked up the other day? I bought some table reading stuff.
Ooh, graveyard legends and lore.
Yep, from Massachusetts.
Cool.
Massachusetts. Did that come up backwards? It did.
No,
No?
it's right.
Oh, no, it's right. It's me looking at it backwards. Smoke another one, okay? Yeah. The History Press. They have these everywhere now about all different types of parts of your cities, towns, and at CVS's, and some restaurants too have them around here. Books of all types of stuff, history of everything.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of different beers back when I was growing up. Now they have so many different
Oh gosh.
varieties and different flavors. And
I actually remember how I used to go to New Hampshire every weekend. There was a store up there called the Beer Store. Had everything imaginable. It was on the Massachusetts New Hampshire line, so I actually had some more northern Mass towns and little cities, some of their brews, but all these IPAs and da 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 da. It's just like, or it just happened to like having mead, a beer, or a stout. That was it. It's like 10 million other different things now.
Green Death.
Green Death.
Oh, was that Little Mickey's? I think they were the little kind of like a barrel looking bottle. That used to be was only in the Far East. I'd never seen it in Ohio. I seen it when I was in New York. I think they were well. Wonder if they have images of the old bottles though. All I'm getting is small little Mickey Mouses.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's little Mickeys. I don't see none of the real old ones, but yeah.
The Irish beer and the little green keg, the glass kegs.
Yeah.
I used to love those, and on the top, on the inside of the cap, there'd be, well, the top of the cover, there'd be a fighting hornet.
Green Death. If you drank it the next day, you'd have smelly gas. That's why they call it the green gas.
Mm-hmm.
Heineken. I never understood my dad because he was an alcoholic. So
Mm-hmm.
every state we'd go to, he would change his beer. And I never
Yep.
understood that. And he said, "Well,
What's
some
local?
beer tastes different. You can get the same brand, but it won't taste as good as the other state." And I never understood that. And I'm like, but evidently that's how he drank. He would, when we'd go to a new state, he would try the same beer and he wouldn't like it. And then he would go try something else, and then until he found one he actually liked. Pabst Blue Ribbon and Old Milwaukee, Slits.
Slicks. Yep.
What's some other ones?
Rolling Rock.
Yeah.
That was water in a bottle. Not a message. It was water. What's other ones? What's
Miller
that?
High Life.
What's the one that No, I'm thinking of something else. I'm not going to say it now.
Old Style is another one. I don't remember the old Chicago one. I don't remember that one. These aren't old ones. These are just regular beer. Schaefer's. Yeah, I remember Schaefer's. Colt 45, yeah. I remember when the
Milwaukee.
The quart got famous. Everybody started drinking quarts.
Mm-hmm. Old Milwaukee, yeah. This was like Milwaukee.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking at some of these beer cans, the older beer cans and stuff.
Can you hear my phone on vibrate when it buzzes every now and then?
Not that I know of.
Because my motion detectors keep on going off. Because keep on moving my hand.
There's Billy Beer.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. An ex-president's brother. Didn't he make that?
Yeah, Slits.
Yeah. You say shits.
Old Tuffy. Blatz. Remember that one? That's about it. There's another one, but I haven't seen it, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, these are foreign beers. Oh, there's Ham's beer. I remember that one too. Olympia. Yeah. My beer for a good while was Bush. Kind of obvious, but it was Bush Light though. Because regular Bush wasn't very good. Because it was a lot cheaper than Budweiser. Then whenever I went to was working in Las Vegas, and still I wasn't old enough to drink, but I was still old. I looked old enough to drink. And there, if you get like a $2 thing of nickels, you could drink for a couple hours. Just put nickels in the slots. And they're so I would go around looking at people's drinks and stuff. And like, oh, what's that? And they tell me, and I said, oh, I'll have one of those. Because, you know, me, it was just beer and that was it. Then up there, you could have any drink you wanted. Just tell them what you wanted and they would make it.
Yep.
Long Island iced teas, tequila sunrises, and those were good ones there.
Those were good ones. Alabama Slammers were my favorite. Alabama Slammers and what the heck was the one with
many Bush Lights in the day.
Grape Crush, I think it was called. It was one with Chambord and ginger ale and
Sex on the Beach,
vodka or something. Yep.
There used to be this one, I can't say it on here, but there used to be this one that it's a little shot about yay big, and it's like chocolate and something and some other stuff. And my used to do karaoke down there, and my friend, he says, I dare you to go up there and ask for this. And because there was a woman up there, a bartender. So I just went up there and asked, and smacked in the face. I'm like, what? I wanted to drink. Oh, that's a drink?
Oh, there was ones called the shots that you would do called BJ's, blowjobs.
No, it wasn't that. No, it was something else. But and they're all over there laughing, and until I started asking them about it, then they started making the drink normally. Because it got popular, evidently.
What was the one that you?
I wonder if that's where that smacking when you get a drink and they smack you in the face. I don't know what that's called, but I wonder if I must have invented that.
Painkiller. What was the one that you had like a mug of beer and you would drop a shot or something in it?
Boilermaker.
Boilermaker, yeah. Those were good. It tasted just like Dr. Pepper.
You lit it. Well, how did you have it? There's one where you balance it on the side of the rim and you light it, and then you bang it and it falls down in, and you have to hurry up and drink it. The whole mug of beer.
Yeah, the whole mug of beer. Yeah. I forget. And I used to bartend too. Gosh. Didn't have too many people wanting those at a old timer restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of more martinis and
Jack and Coke and
rum and Cokes, Captain and Cokes, White Russians, regular Russians.
Yeah, I forget there's this. It's like a White Russian, but it's with amaretto.
Amaretto.
Yeah.
Oh, amaretto is good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Made it taste
usually I'll ask for that, and I'll say rum instead of vodka. But nobody usually has it. That.
If they do, it's not the good rum.
But yeah, that was back in them days.
I
think the last mixed drink I had, which was the one where I got smacked.
Oh, Gentleman Jack and Ginger. Ooh. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
My watch was doing that over here, but it's setting on a one of for the canning rings, so it makes a bigger noise.
I gotta turn the sensitivity down on certain cameras in the house.
Oh yeah, motion detector. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, I've got the one that when a car goes by, it goes off all the time. I usually check it about every
2 seconds.
once or twice an hour or something like that, because I'll scroll through and see if I see anything. But usually I have the other ones that are not pointed at the road. So if those go off, I know there's get up and look.
Yep. Miss Beecham, and guess what? They have drinks after medical things that we like to do, like drinks, but they're named like after certain strains.
Oh, okay.
Is where I do my drinking. Oh yeah, because you don't have to do anything. They're visiting. Yeah, there's nothing else to do in 5 feet of snow. Drink it up. That's why a lot of them that are native, they're not allowed to drink. They can't handle it. They get very active.
Yeah, we got these. I forget what they're. Where you buy that stuff?
Dispensary?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I say that?
We've got a few of them around here now that's popped up since it's been legal for a year, because you had to get your license first.
Yep.
And then, well, actually, you had to have your place there in place, but not open for a year. And then open, and then they would issue your license, because they had to go in and inspect and do all that stuff. Make sure everything was up and up, and then the year after a year you would get your license.
Yep.
So what people were doing here, they have a group, a Facebook group, to where they have a setup where they go into this place and where they're thinking about putting a place, and they all get together and set this place up, and they get inspected, and then they take it all back down, and then when they get their license, they just change the address.
Yep. See what Life of Bobby said with their dispensary things. They keep on going back and forth on laws because they're trying to settle on the right law in the state. That's what takes the most part right there, and then it's at least another up to 6 months to up to a couple of years to get the permits, and just for the companies to start, and then they have to get because they have to get their state part set up where because you go through the state to apply for your card. So they have to set up that whole process and get ready for the flow of it coming in. Also, they need to get everything all set, because if there's one little glitch or if they do something wrong, then it can mess up their laws that they made, or not processed correctly, and you get in trouble. Or
even the people who grow here, they've changed it so many times, and sometimes they don't let it out to the public as good as they should. And like
to everybody that has their growing licenses,
a certain variety, you can only have 6 plants, And then they
Yep.
change it. Oh, you can only have 5 plants. And then somebody comes in and say, violation. You're only
Yep.
supposed to have 5. And he said, no, it says 6 right here.
It's like
No,
go to the
they
RMV.
changed it.
Yeah, it's like the RMV. You don't know if you forget that you have unpaid parking tickets and all of a sudden your license is suspended because you got pulled over. The RMV doesn't have the right to, they don't have to tell you about that. You should be aware of it. Basically, they don't have to send you a letter for any updates unless it's something like criminally involved. Like, the system got broken into or something, or you have to redo your license, permit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a whole process because they also got to fit, each state has to figure out how to get around, how to make it work for their state on how they run things, one, but two, how to run things to work around the federal part. So it complies and makes everything even.
Yeah. That's like if you're into that stuff, you want to stay with the website or whatever documentaries or documentation you can get where it's updated. Usually it's a website nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Life of Bobby, the recreational part's probably changing. It does constantly because of the fact of what happens in certain areas. Like if one place is getting all rowdy or something, or if it's a bad area to do something in or mishandled in certain ways, they change things just to keep you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
So they can
make a lot of money on that though.
Oh gosh.
No, I mean the state does.
The state does, yeah. Yeah. And the thing that stinks is they can't actually take some of the money in certain ways because it's federally still there. Unless it's like donated from them, they give it to their, donated to their town or whatever. It's donated to the city hall for.
Oh, yeah, they've got it like here.
Yeah.
They have fines. So the fines go into whatever program for the city of this and the county of that.
Yep. And they actually turn proceeds.
They not only have to go through state, it's also through city and county here.
Yep.
So they have to be approved by the city and county because there are places here in the city and there's places on the outside of the city. So that would fall under the county.
Mm-hmm. Look how this stream's gone. We've gone from cooking to drinking. But you can cook with it too, though,
Yeah.
Besides making it into certain tinctures or butters or whatever, you can cook it. Like the leaves, stuff like that. You can use it for things.
Yeah. Just make sure you label your brownies and make sure the wrong people don't get a hold of them.
Right.
And it wasn't it was
Oop, let me mute.
hash brownies. So it was more potent. And let's just say the fire department was unavailable for 3 days. They had to close the city. Not here. This was in Tucson. They had to close one of the district's fire departments because somebody brought them in brownies that were juiced up.
No, that was bad.
They didn't realize until a couple hours in when they seen a guy in the loading ramp where the engines come in. He was riding a water hose out in the front. Something's wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Cops came and oh man, it was on the news for a couple weeks. And they was investigating. Trying to figure out what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the brownies were gone. all the snacks were gone in the place. So they actually finally found the container it was in, and found out, somebody had brought them in, because people do that all the time. They'll bring them in cakes and pies and cookies and stuff. I don't know if they still allow that anymore. People bring in food. I don't know.
Into where?
A fire department.
Oh no, I could make a tray of regular brownies or something and bring it into the police department or the fire department. They can eat it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, after
A friend of mine
that,
just baked a cake
after
for one
that,
of
I
the
don't
cops.
think that they would allow it anymore. I don't know if it's
Well, they
happened
know
in other
you.
places.
Yeah, if they know you, it's different.
Yeah.
But because my friend just made a cake for one of the cops that just retired, she brought a huge, giant cake in for all the guys to have at the retirement party. So they all came in the next day and said that cake was awesome. Make us more. Yeah, if you're a townie or something, they'll allow it.
Ooh, 4,000 a day. Dang. Yeah, that would be really bad. Somebody do that to a school.
What, laxatives? No.
No. Well, that would be too.
Be a big,
Imagine the bus ride home. Oh boy.
a big crap show.
uh Well, it's almost 10 o'clock, so we'll start wrapping this up.
Yep.
I haven't heard from 101, so I don't know if he'll be going live tomorrow. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody on Bushcraft Family was complaining, saying that I don't go live anymore. And I said, I'm live on Tuesday. And I said, I go live on the cooking channel. Well, I don't want to talk about food. And I'm like, have you been to my lives?
It doesn't always put me to one
It always
subject
ends up
after a
talking
while.
about food.
We always end the shows with a lot of different other stuff.
So I'm wondering if I should pick another day for the cooking channel and go back to Fridays. So I don't know.
You used to do Bushcraft Friday nights.
Yeah, Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, and then just pick one night for this then, for the cooking channel.
Yeah, that's probably what I might do.
It is Spooktober. You should be doing your Friday night ghost stories.
Yeah.
You got to get back to that.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I clicked on my link and I was like, holy crap, where did all these subscribers come from? I haven't done that on that channel for a while, and I'm getting subscribers on there.
Yep.
And I'm like,
It's crazy.
it must be getting the end of the year, so everybody's wanting ghost stories and stuff.
Ghost stories, yep.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Look for the poll on Bushcraft Family, because more than likely everybody's going to pick 9/11. But I'm going to put 9/11 and JFK and something else. I don't know. Somebody suggested something. I forget what it was now. But thanks everybody for hanging out, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.
We out.